Hey guys, what's up? I'm here for the daily dev update. This one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit depressing, I want to say. I don't think it's that depressing. I think it's just me being honest. And I've been wanting to do something like this for a while now. So I'm not going to do any retakes. I'm not going to stop the video. I'm just going to talk and speak honestly and truly. And where should I start? So my story is I've been working on smaller independent games for about 5 years now. I had never made a game before 5 years ago, and I started from scratch with some really simple mobile games. And when I started making games, I thought I was smarter than everyone else. I thought that my first game that I made was going to be so much better than anything that was on the App Store, because I thought all the games on the App Store were terrible, they were greedy, and I thought as soon as my game hit the App Store, it was going to do really well, and it didn't. I put my game on the App Store, and it got some downloads, but the problem was no one saw it. Before I put my game on the App Store, I did like no marketing on it, and I just expected everyone to see it and purchase it, and I thought I was going to be famous. I think shortly after Flappy Bird came out, and I made a Flappy Bird clone, and I kept thinking that I was just going to take off like instantly, because I felt like I've been playing games my entire life. I knew what made a game fun, and I thought my concepts and designs were good. And not that they were bad, it's just that's just not how the market works. People, it's kind of like, anyone who builds up a brand, like it's really harder to sway people to stop using Tide detergent or I don't know, Downy or whatever the other detergents are, to use something off-brand because you're not as familiar with it. And in the digital world and era, it is super duper hard to establish yourself. And I guess that's what I'm struggling with right now. Like, I feel like my game is, I'm not going to sit here and say my game is, the greatest thing that had the greatest thing since, sex or whatever. But I think my game's good. I've put a lot of work into it, a lot of thought into it, and it hasn't just been my own stubborn opinions. I've taken all the feedback I got from the first demo. I've done polls, and I've really acted on that feedback, and I have definitely improved on my art since I've started. And I've seen games with less graphics than mine do really well. So this is not even speaking from a financial standpoint. I'm just struggling to grow and find my audience. I'll work on social media for like 4 hours and I'll see no growth. And it's just, I feel like I'm doing more and my game is getting better, but I feel like the same can't be said for how many people are seeing it and how it's catching on. And I'm losing a lot of faith. I'm not gonna stop, but it's difficult to bring so much more to the table and then feel like you're still in the same spot you were. It's like going to school to get a master's degree and not being able to break past an internship. You feel good about doing it, but you also just feel like you can't make a breakthrough. It's disheartening. So I'm trying really hard to make a breakthrough, and I'm trying to give a more personal touch to my game development with these videos, because it's easy to just see someone post GIFs and screenshots because there's so many games out there. But when you put a face to someone that's doing it, I want people to sort of understand that there's a really more real desperation that many indie devs, I think, just try to put on a smile, and it's a real struggle to care so much about something and have the thing holding it back just be people not seeing it. Like, the fact that there are people out there that would love your game, but they'll never see it just because, you can't get a reblog or a retweet, or some editor at a magazine didn't think your game really suited them or was that good. And then someone else's that a lot of people think are terrible, they might find good and write about. Like I said, I don't think my game is the greatest game, but damn, I've seen, some games with less detailed style and less intricate story do really well. So again, I can't figure out how to get exposure. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about. And just to give you an idea, I can't flip the camera, but I've put in so much work into this. I've got so many folders here. That's a small one, but folders on folders of just so much that I've done on this game. Let me find, where's a good folder? The samples folder would probably be a good one. Here's my samples folder. Every time I made an update or I made an animation that was worth showing, I put here. So there's a lot of stuff here. I'll show you my PSDs folder. Here are my temp PSDs. So those are my temporary PSDs. Those are things that I've just worked on this week that I think I'll be able to delete once I'm done with them. And then here we have my new PSDs. This is stuff that I started working on after the last demo. So there's a lot of stuff there as well. And then here's all the original stuff for the game. We'll go small icon. So those are all the PSDs and files that went into the first demo. Like, I've busted my butt on, I don't know if it's even aiming, but yeah, those are all the files that I have worked on this game. So there's no arguing that I've spent a lot of time on this and tried to get better. And, I understand, like, I'm super poor. Like, I put every scraping cent that I have towards this. I have shoes. I honestly have shoes with holes in them, and like I haven't bought a new hoodie for myself in like probably like 3 years. My clothes are falling apart, but when it comes to having a brand new sweater or chasing after my dream, I've always put the dream first. And it's like, I do want to see some return on it. And not even to like be rich or like live a luxurious life. I just want funding so I can make another game after this without struggling. And it's just like, it's just looking like it's not gonna happen. So I'm not gonna give up, but I just wanted to be very real and personal about my struggle and what I'm going through on a daily basis. Just basically just doing it off the love, but also realizing that love doesn't really provide a decent living for anyone. So that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm gonna keep pushing through. Thanks for sticking with me on this video. I know it was kind of long, but I wanted to sincerely get this off my chest without doing any retakes, just because I want to keep it real. I don't want to be edited or try and make anything sound convenient. I just wanted to speak from the heart. So I'm gonna shut up now. Thanks for listening to my video. Peace out, and thanks for checking out the game and continuing to show me love. Peace out.